Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, I will be sharing you my tips on how to survive online classes. I'm starting to prepare for school and I'll be having my classes on September 10th. And currently, we're enlisting for our classes, so hopefully I get full units. So please, CRS, bigyan mo lang po ako ng full units, please. In this video, I will be tackling the apps that I use to track and organize my schedule and my tasks, how I take down notes, and as well as managing my time and the importance of self-care or me time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified whenever I post a new video. Let's get started. First, schedule your day-to-day activities. I know all of you are doing activities right now that may be unrelated to school. This may be handling a small business, doing chores at home, or even just, binging and just watching or eating your favorite food. To be able to handle the load and the stress of online classes, it's super important to schedule your day. You can lay this out on a piece of paper or on a planner and just jot down the things you have to do for that day. There will be times when you feel exhausted with the amount of things you have to do, so it's best to divide your tasks and always allot time for breaks. In my case, I use my digital planner that has a daily spread. I carefully lay out my day from waking up, eating, studying, doing classes, or even meetings for works. I'm not sure of what this is called, but it's basically time blocking. So you schedule your tasks into a specific time so you would be on track. Set a routine or a system. Create a morning routine that you would like to do or is similar or pattern to what you do when we had face-to-face classes. This will make it feel a lot different or close to normal to what you've been doing in the past. Number 2, set a schedule for your synchronous classes and a separate calendar for your agendas or your tasks. Since we are doing online classes, this will be really different from the regular classes where you just have a set time for the day where you have to meet your professor or your teacher and do your class. Since different schools do synchronous, asynchronous, or even remote learning, there will be days where you don't have to meet your professor and just study by yourself. For synchronous classes, I created a calendar labeled as meetings to be able to identify when I have to be online on Zoom. This can also be applicable to your org meetings. I do this in my Google Calendar. As you can see, I created different calendars that I can just easily check or uncheck to make it easier to view, unlike the option of just changing the colors. I recommend creating a separate calendar for your tasks since you'll be able to manage and allot the tasks you have to prioritize first in your schedule. I have a separate calendar for my agenda to see what I'm planning to do. Maybe start with a concept for a plate, self-study, or make notes for an assigned reading. I label or understand these two things separately. So for me, tasks are the projects, the homework that you have to do, and for agendas are the things you have to do on your own. So that's mostly self-study, reading, etc. In my Notion dashboard, I created a page solely for my online class schedule. This is similar to my gcalendar, although the difference is that I can set an agenda or a task as a priority or if it is completed. I also created separate views per class to see the number of things I have to do for that specific class. Number 3, create a to-do list. It can be written or digital. As mentioned earlier in Notion, I created an online class schedule. I recommend this as a task tracking app since it allows you to be as detailed as you can. You can put down notes, descriptions, files, attach links, whatever you need to make it convenient and easier for you to check and accomplish your task. This also syncs with your gadgets and you can access it freely using your school email. For me, I do both digitally and on a paper. I'm using this Muji one whenever I'm in a rush or I have additional tasks that are not school related. 4, write down during class discussions and write a separate one for when you're self-studying. During synchronous classes, write or jot down as much as you can since there's a probability that your prof mentioned something that's not in your PowerPoint or reading. For me, I'm going to start using GoodNotes to write digitally, but I previously used these B5 grid Muji fillers for my binder. These two methods work best when you are in class. I recommend making separate notes from your self-study session and merge these two together so you can use it for your tests. Since I'm an RT student, I mostly do plates, but for general edu classes, I still do this. Number 5. Please don't procrastinate. I know this is truly the hardest thing to do, especially when you feel uneasy or tired because of our current situation, and it's like you just wanna lay down and just do it until the deadline. But I promise you, this will make your life easier and you will feel less stressed. Personally, I feel super stressed whenever I am cramming a task, so as much as possible, I try to avoid this. Follow my steps above, stay on top of things, and you'll feel much better and you'll have more time for things you want to do. Number 6. Set a space for your online classes. It's really nice when you have a dedicated space for school. Find an area in your house that will make you feel comfortable. Make sure this is a little farther from your bed so you can avoid lying down. Make sure that bright light comes in the area so you will feel motivated. Lastly, put down things that would inspire you, such as pictures, postcards, stickers, or anything that you would like to see. Lastly, take study breaks and make time for yourself. I can't stress this enough. I know most of us will be feeling exhausted with online school and the amount of things we have to do together with it. Always make sure to reward yourself even in the smallest amount. This can be the food that you've been craving for the longest time, or an episode of the series you like. Take breaks, stretch, or do something different to let out the stress and relax your brain. Self-care is the most important tip I can give you, since this is the most important factor that will change the way how online classes will be for you. Let's also remind yourselves that not all of us has the privilege to do online classes, and I can't help but think of all the other people who don't have access to online means, who are struggling financially, and even those who lost their loved ones during this pandemic. If you're interested to help out your fellow students, extend your help by donating cash or old gadgets through donation drives. I'll be linking down below a Facebook post from Rise from Education, and I hope you guys check it out. That's it for this video. I hope you guys learned some tips and tricks on how to survive your online classes. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any video suggestions. That's it, and thank you for watching.